from the rest. It was room 13. It was at the very end of the longest, darkest corridor on the ground floor. The air always seemed colder inside this room. Even on warm nights, a chill would hang in the air, making Raju shiver and pull his shawl tighter around his shoulders. The room was not special in any other way. It had the same dusty desks, the same empty blackboard, and the same small high windows. But the feeling was undeniable. It felt heavy, sorrowful. It was a room that felt like it was holding a secret. The strangest thing in room 13 was a large old mirror. It was fixed to one of the walls. Its wooden frame was dark and ornately carved with flowers and vines. The glass was cloudy and spotted with age, but it still reflected a dim, distorted image of the room. Raju did not know why a mirror would be in a classroom. It seemed out of place. Every time he entered the room, his eyes were drawn to it. He would shine his torch on it and see his own tired face looking back at him from the murky glass. His reflection looked distant, like a stranger standing on the other side of a foggy window. Raju felt a deep sense of unease whenever he looked into that mirror. He felt that something was wrong with it. He couldn't explain the feeling. It was just a strong gut instinct. He started to avoid room 13 during his first patrol of the night. He would walk past its closed door quickly, not even glancing at it. He told himself it was silly. It was just a room. It was just a mirror. But the feeling of cold dread was real. It was a cold that seemed to come from inside the room, a cold that had nothing to do with the weather outside. One night, driven by a strange mix of curiosity and a desire to prove his own bravery, he forced himself to enter. He stood in the center of the room, shining his torch around. Everything was still and silent. He took a deep breath and walked towards the mirror. He stood before it, staring at his reflection. His face was a pale oval in the darkness. He raised his hand, and his reflection raised its hand. Everything was normal. He let out a sigh of relief. He felt foolish for being so scared. "It is just a mirror, Raju," he whispered to himself. But the coldness of the room still clung to him like a wet cloth. A week passed. The nights remained quiet and uneventful. I grew more comfortable. I started to think the strange feelings about room 13 were just my imagination after all. I mean, I'm a simple man, but even a simple man could be affected by loneliness and ghost stories, you know? One night, a thick fog rolled down from the hills. It surrounded the school, making the world outside disappear. The air was damp and cold. I decided to do my patrol a little earlier than usual. I just wanted to finish and get back to the warmth of my small room. I walked through the silent corridors, my